HTML and web settings for JAWS. These are the settings dSurf uses for web page and PDF testing and reading with JAWS. Web verbosity settings changes. Open Settings Center and switch to the default settings by pressing Insert 6 on the numbers row, followed by pressing Ctrl-Shift-D Delta.
JAWS window JAWS Settings Center dialog. Search box edit. JAWS Settings Center default all applications.
Move to Web HTML PDFs in the tree view by pressing down arrow and then press right arrow to open this node.
Tree view, level 0, user, closed, 1 of 27. Web/HTML/PDFs, closed. Web/HTML/PDFs, open, 7 items.
Press down arrow to move to the reading node of the tree.
Level 1, reading, closed, 1 of 7. Web/HTML/PDFs.
Open the reading node of the tree view by pressing right arrow and then press down arrow to move to Web Verbosity level.
Reading, open, 10 items. Level 2, Web Verbosity level medium, 1 of 10. Reading Web/HTML/PDFs.
JAWS is set to a medium level of verbosity at the default level, with many items not spoken to create a more, quote, optimal user experience for most websites and documents, end quote. However, as a tester, you may want to change this. Announcements for start and end of many elements are not spoken at medium web verbosity, including clickable elements, described by announcement, flash objects, and frames. Also, start and end announcements for the following regions are not announced at the default web verbosity of medium: application, banner, complementary information, content information, document, and more. Press spacebar to change the web verbosity level from medium to high for testing purposes.
Low, 3 of 3. High, 1 of 3.
Move down to the Configure Web Verbosity Levels node and then press right arrow to open it.
Configure Web Verbosity Levels closed. Configure Web Verbosity Levels open, 3 items.
Move down to High in the tree view and then press spacebar to select this.
Level 3, high ... 1 of 3. Configure Web Verbosity Levels reading Web/HTML/PDFs. High Virtual Cursor Verbosity Preferences dialog. Announce start and end for tree view. Block quotation checked, 1 of 15.
The High Virtual Cursor Verbosity Preferences dialog box opens with focus in another tree view of checkboxes. Every item in the High Preferences settings is checked, with the following 2 exceptions: Application, not checked, and Document, not checked. Move down to these and press spacebar to check them.
Level 1, Application, not checked, 1 of 11. Application, checked, 1 of 11. Document, not checked. Document, checked, 6 of 11.
Press Tab to move to the OK button, and then activate it with the spacebar.
Read only edit. OK button. Tree view, level 3, high ... 1 of 3. Configure web verbosity levels reading web/HTML/PDFs.
Focus returns to the High node in the Settings Center dialog box. Reading behavior. Press down arrow to move to Skip blank lines while navigating. This is checked by default.
Medium ... Low ... Level 2, skip blank lines while navigating checked, 3 of 10. Reading web/HTML/PDFs.
Press spacebar to uncheck this if you wish to test for blank lines and empty space.
Not checked.
Press down arrow to move to Document and Web Pages automatically read when loaded.
Document and Web Pages automatically reads when loaded checked.
By default, JAWS begins reading a web page from top to bottom when the page finishes loading. This causes a couple of things to occur. JAWS begins reading the page content, which can interfere with or interrupt any messages or alerts you may be listening for the web page to speak. The virtual cursor moves down the page as JAWS reads, so one must press Ctrl-Home to go back to the top of every page to start testing. Press spacebar to uncheck this.
Not checked.
Images and links. Press I, India, to move down to the Images/Graphics node and press right arrow to open it.
Level 1, Images/Graphics, closed, 3 of 7. Web/HTML/PDFs. Images/Graphics, open, 3 items.
Press down arrow to move to Include Images, which is set to Labeled Images, and then press spacebar to change this to All Images.
Level 2, Include Images labeled Images, 1 of 3. Images/Graphics Web/HTML/PDFs. No images, 3 of 3. All Images, 1 of 3.
Move down to the Links node and press right arrow to open it.
For an image closed. Unlabeled image links speak images URL. Level 1, Links, closed, 4 of 7. Web/HTML/PDFs. Links, open, 6 items.
Press down arrow to move to Filter Consecutive Duplicate Links. The default is not checked in the latest versions of JAWS for Chrome and Firefox. Make sure it is unchecked.
Level 2. Filter consecutive duplicate links not checked. 1 of 6. Links web/html/pdfs.
Visual Tracking. Press V Victor to move down to the Visual Tracking node and press right arrow to open it.
Level 0. Voice aliases. Closed. 15 of 27. Voice Assistant. Closed. Visual Tracking. Closed. Visual Tracking. Open. 4 items.
Press down arrow to move to Highlight Virtual PC Cursor, which is checked by default.
Level 1. Highlight Virtual Ribbon checked. 1 of 4. Visual Tracking. Highlight Virtual PC Cursor checked.
Press down arrow to move to the Visual Settings node and then press right arrow to open it.
Highlight Touch Cursor checked. Visual Settings closed. Visual Settings open. 5 items.
Here you may change the color, style, transparency, thickness, and spacing of the visual settings for JAWS. We changed this to a blue color with a slightly thicker border to make it easier to see. When you're finished making changes, close Settings Center by pressing Tab to move to the OK button and then activate it with the spacebar.
Read only edit. Apply button. OK button. JAWS Professional.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the dSurf blog and visit us at https://www.dsurf.net.